Good morning and welcome to the Thursday morning edition to the Vodkast Podcast. Come inside. It's fun inside. Come inside. It's fun inside. Come inside. Well, I got some promises to keep. I said I would eat this Whoozewhatzit this morning and let you know what I think about it. I'm not really looking forward to eating candy this early in the morning. What time is it? 7:32. I've been up for about 45 minutes. I've been up for about an hour. I had to get up and go pee. That's what happens when you, that's what happens when you get old and you drink a lot before you go to bed, whether it be water or White Russians. You end up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning in front of the porcelain throne, urinating. This is such a sexy conversation. But yeah, that's how my body works now. Apparently I wake up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm ready to go for the day. Oddly enough, the other end of the spectrum hasn't shortened. I was up until midnight last night. It was a little harder getting up this morning, but do you guys think that Herod would have been so adamant about proving Jesus' divinity if instead of Jesus turning water into wine, he decided to turn piss into lava? Do you think Herod would have been like, show me what you can do, brother, and I'll let you go? I don't think he would have. So I got a bunch of notes here. This is my Oreo notes. Here's a quick look at it. If you're watching, if you're not reading. If you're watching and you're not listening. Well, I hope you're listening and watching, but if you're just listening, I decided to, my friend Daniel, I started playing Dungeons & Dragons with a group of people that I've never played with before, with the exception of like 2 or 3 people in the party, and there's 2 or 3 other people that I'd never played with before, or 2 of them that I didn't even know. One of which has recommended that I do a cost per ounce versus score type deal. So this is going to be the most intricate and worked on episode of the podcast ever. I am going to have 8 Oreos when all is said and done, or 8 knockoff Oreos. Excuse me. I'm going to have 8 cream sandwich cookies or chocolate sandwich cookies, depending on which company you are, to compare to the original. And I think it's going to be really interesting because, like I've always said, like I like Oreos. My fascination with Oreos mostly comes from the fact that they just keep pumping out these flavors over and over and over again, and they get more and more ridiculous as the years go on. I've already started making my predictions. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to do a 1 through 8, and I'll let you know, the order in which I think they're going to fall to the wayside, and which ones might be able to stand up to the old cookie god himself, Oreo. So I found this on the clearance aisle at Walmart the other day. A lot of you may know what it is. A lot of you may not know what it is. But I'm going to tell you what it is right now. This attaches to your bicycle so it'll hold a water bottle. Do you know why I bought it? I can tell you this. I did not buy it to attach it to my bicycle to hold a water bottle. I bought it to attach to my desk so that I can hang my headphones on it. Brilliant, isn't it? 75 cents. I was about to spend $12.99 a day or 2 earlier to buy one that's obviously a little nicer. It's got a flip down thing, but I just need somewhere because I'm always throwing them on the desk, and they're not cheap headphones. I mean, they're not expensive headphones either, but they're certainly not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. I would not want to replace them if I had to. So that seems like a reasonable, inexpensive fix and a no-brainer. You buy stuff that's 75 cents that you could possibly use. And that's why my house is filled with shit. So I have this thing every year that when the weather finally changes and I put on shorts for the first time, I refuse to go back. I know it's silly. I know it's a silly thing and it's just all in my head, but it's something that I like to do. And yesterday was the first day that I threw on shorts, and it was so glorious outside. I think it got to about 72 around here yesterday. And we did a bunch of yard work and got some stuff done that needed to get done. And then last night, I had my second meeting of the minds with my good friends who are going to be joining me on a new journey, or I'm going to be joining them on a new journey. All will be revealed in time, but there are little snippets that I think we're going to begin to start revealing very soon. It's going to be fun and exciting, and I'm hoping it makes you laugh like a son of a bitch. So one of the things that I avoided when I was deciding which knockoff Oreos to go with were things that I couldn't get around here. However, it also led me to think of a cool idea. So around here, there's about 8 Oreos that I can get my hands on or order. I mean, I can order anywhere, but there's about 8 that I can actually physically put my hands on and be able to compare them for you. However, there's a whole world of knockoff Oreos out there. You know, from state to state, it varies depending on the family of stores. You know, if it's the Albertsons family of stores, you're going to get Kroger, and I can't remember which ones fall into that family. But I was thinking I might be able to pool a little fund, reach out to people from around the world and have them send me Oreos that I can compare on a local level. So I can say, you know, in the Northeast, the best Oreo you can buy if you don't want an Oreo is da-da-da-da. I also avoided convenience stores, and I also avoided pharmacies. I know Brooks Pharmacy has their version, but it's very different. It's in a box, and I think they're smaller, and they were sold out from here to, you know, within 25 miles of the surrounding area. I'm not going to kill myself to go find those. I'm sure they're not, you know, they don't need to be part of this. Like, this is mostly big box retail. So you got Kroger, Food Lion, Walmart, Target, Aldi, Dollar General, Newman Zone, and the mystery one. Yeah. So all of those, with the exception of one, I could leave my house, walk, you know, drive 5 miles and get. But beyond that, I don't foresee myself traveling around unless I was getting paid to do this. If money starts rolling in, then I will drive all over the country to find the greatest Oreo knockoffs in the world, if that's something you guys want to see. All right, let me eat this candy bar so I can let you guys go. Like I said, I think it's pretty much just going to be a whatchamacallit. I think it's so funny to say that in context, because it doesn't work any other way. If you say whatchamacallit, you know, somebody thinks, well, what the fuck what are you trying to explain? What adjective? What are you describing to me? What's going on here? What the fuck is a whatchamacallit? Well, Whoozewhatzit tastes like a, well, let's find out. Oh. Mm. Okay. Mm. 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 All right. Mm. 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 Mm, mm, mm. I shouldn't get so excited about candy this early in the morning. It's not proper of me. Yeah, it's pretty good. It lacks what it lacks in caramel. It makes up for in peanut butter. Let's read the description of a whatchamacallit. That's not a description. That is just saying where it comes from. Oh, that is... Okay, that is a site for selling women's clothing, so that is not edible unless you're a goddamn freak. Hey, I'm not here to judge. You want to eat women's clothes? Go ahead and eat women's clothes. I'm not going to stop you. It's not my place. Whoozewhatzit doesn't outshine whatchamacallit, but it's still a pretty good candy bar. Okay, so they are different. I just don't know. I can't remember. Whatchamacallit was originally a peanut butter crisp covered in chocolate in 1987. When it was 9 years old, Hershey's added a thin layer of caramel. Yes, I remember that. And so whatchamacallit reminded me with a few alterations of an outer layer of the milk chocolate to chocolate candy. I don't know. I'm not going to read all of this. Okay, so yeah, that's my point. This doesn't have caramel, and it should. It would make it, it would push it right over the edge there. Nonetheless, if you see one, you should try it. They're pretty good. The classicness of it is really interesting because I haven't had a whatchamacallit from 1987 or, you know, earlier in quite a few years. I could do the math, but I'm not gonna. So I had some pretty bad credit throughout my life. We can say that. I declared bankruptcy when I was about 23. And I did that. Actually, you know what? What is today? Today is the 11th. So It was 23 years ago, right around this time, that I decided to declare bankruptcy because I owed, I don't know, $15,000, $16,000 in credit card debt. When I was younger, it was kind of fun. Like, I didn't care. I was carefree. I was young, and I would pay them off when and if I got around to it. And so I would go credit card shopping. I'd go out to stores that I didn't even want anything at just to see if I could get a credit card, just to see if there was something at the store that I might want. For example, I believe it was Zales. I went in and I applied, and they gave me a $2,000 credit card. And of course, I had to buy like a $300-$400 watch. I don't know why. I still have the watch, but I haven't worn it in about 20 years, maybe longer. Anywho, my point is that my credit's come a long way. And just this weekend, I got approved for an American Express. I have never owned an American Express. Last month, I got the coolest looking Discover card. Now, mind you, don't worry about me. It's not like I'm going out and using these. I'm just collecting them at this point. And I think I'm up to, I don't know, 18 or 19. None of them have a balance except for like one that I use on the regular to pay off. You don't care. You don't care about my credit, and I don't blame you. Well, with fingers crossed, I am going to hope that the last knockoff Oreos arrive today. For if they do, I will film the 8 knockoff Oreo video, and I will try to get that out tonight. If not, then it'll go out tomorrow. And if they don't come until tonight, then I'm not going to film it till tomorrow. Nonetheless, I do have something planned with my boys. I was at Kroger the other day, and they have an amazing, like, weird soda section. They probably have, 100 different sodas, maybe more. And you can mix and match them. I think it's like 4 for $100,000. I don't know the price. But I picked out sarsaparilla, which I love, birch beer, which I haven't had in a very long time, but the kids were talking about it the other day, Shirley Temple, which could be interesting, and lastly, a green apple soda, which I know is atrocious because I've tried it by Jones Soda. It's not atrocious if you're into that, but I don't really want to drink sour apple when I'm needing to quench my thirst. All right, all you Billy Bumblers, get out there and enjoy your days. Enjoy the weather. It looks like it's time to turn up a little bit. Hope you guys are loving these as much as I'm loving making them. So go make somebody smile today, and I'll catch you motherfuckers a little bit further on down the road. Take care.